Can we start where it started with Mike?
Yes.
And probably could not have asked more.
Couldn't have been more pleased. Really could not have been. I mean, a couple swings got him. Really efficient. I mean, 63 pitches through 5. That's Michael King right there. All the numbers look good. Tracking with Ruben during the game as far as the shapes and the spin, and everything was going well at the end. Tapered off just a hair, but couldn't have been more thrilled. And if we'd have stayed down, he would have been able to go back out and grab the 6th, for a hitter or so maybe, or 2, and kind of read hitter to hitter to get him back out for the 6th and build him up, because he said he felt good. And just talked to him a minute ago and felt good after that. But once we tied it was Jeremiah's turn. He was great. Jeremiah was great and grabbed Stevenson in the 7th, and Whitey did his part as well. So, and Mason, but a lot of good things happened on the pitching side today.
Like that, just hear from you what that could mean. I know we've asked you a lot about it, but now this guy comes back and he does this tonight. He's got next start, all that. What that means for you guys?
I mean, it means quite a bit. I mean, talking about legitimately, AJ did a phenomenal job, as we've all recognized, at being able to add pieces at the trade deadline, and this is going to be a piece that we're going to add that was already in the house. And he's throwing the ball very, very well, and tonight, and means quite a bit to us, and because we know we're going to not only have a chance to win a game and run a guy out there, but also we've got a guy that can turn the lineup over with all the pitches he's got. So it was big for us tonight.
How do you explain what Fernando has been able to do in right field? And I think it's just 27 games. He's robbed 4 home runs out there. What do you make of kind of how he's
Yeah,
done it?
I mean, listen, a couple of things. I mean, if that's not platinum quality Gold Glove, I don't know what is. And for you people that follow metrics, and I do follow them as well, he's got to get 2 defensive runs saved right there, right? He robbed a 2-run homer. All right, so I'd like to petition for that. And then later, in the 6th, the play on De La Cruz. I mean, you got to be kidding me. The ex-shortstop came out, and what a doggone play. But yeah, both of them were plus plays, highlight plays, add to the reel this year. And for me, a lot of good defensive players in the league, but you can put that Gold Glove and dip it in platinum.
And then Stevenson obviously gets you to the 9th. Your bullpen's obviously been so good lately. Would you kind of make it the way this one ended?
Bullpen's great. Bullpen's been fantastic, as we know. Robert's been terrific. It was 2 quick outs, and then the 4-pitch walk to Lux, and then sinker that ran into his barrel, and he's a strong kid. Obviously, almost went deep to right field, and put a swing on him, and got it out of there. But Robert's been lights out, pretty much all year, and definitely since the All-Star break. And so he's it's been great. He's pretty human today.
Mike, obviously there was a stretch last week where the starters had struggled to complete 5. Now you've had 5 straight games, and starters got to 5. Just what do you make the turnaround, and what the unit's been able to do as a whole?
Well, it's reflective on the column on the left and the column on the right. I mean, we were right there tonight. We were right there in the other game that we didn't pull out, and we won 3 in a row. That's really how it works in a lot of different ways. But if you get consistent starting pitching like we're getting and are going to continue to get, then it bodes well for the entire club. So starters, as we expected, we have belief in all of them, and they've been doing what they're capable of doing, and now we're starting to get that traction and that rhythm. So again, to Ace's question, it was nice to have Michael back, and he's another big piece of it. Keeps that rhythm going.
And since August 1st, Manny is batting 199 with no hits in the mid-5s. Just what do you see from your vantage point as kind of the root of his struggles?
Listen, I mean, I think we take for granted the consistency that took place for him the entire year, and there's times where there's ebbs and flows to it. So, he'll figure it out. It's Manny Machado.
Mike, I know you said you're not anti-homer, but September now, post-deadline, still a little bit of a gap between your power production and home, the opponent's power production. How confident are you that that's going to maybe catch you?
Whose power production versus who? I didn't hear you.
Your power production at home versus other teams.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Quite a few nights where they.
We could take out the first inning. We'd probably be okay on the power production versus our opponent, but we can't. What do I make of it? I mean, our record's good at home, and we win ball games at home. And there's different maybe philosophies or thoughts about how people want to go about their offense. This isn't a traditionally It's a traditionally pitcher-friendly park. This year's been less pitcher-friendly. It's played a little bit more on the hitting side this year from a slug and OPS. But the fact of the matter is, we have make it clear, we love slug. We love homers. I mean, that's not, we're not looking to do anything but have a complete holistic offense, and I feel good about that. And for a lot of reasons, like tonight, we had 4 balls that were barreled right at the warning track in dead center that didn't quite get the traction to get out of the ballpark. So hopefully I'm answering your question, Dennis. But how concerned am I versus the other team? I'm more concerned about scoring more runs and winning more games.
How slow is that you?
He got hit pretty good on the top of the wrist. I really thought he took good at bat tonight. Drove that ball that Vincent made a really nice play himself on, and started something there by the hit by pitch, so he contributed with the bat. But he's going to be sore, and he got it through some defensive innings, but and we were had a chance to go there anyway with where the game was and the matchups were, but he's sore, and we'll see and evaluate how it looks.